thelivingLowCarbShow.com. Woo!
Has there been at any point, show us your vaccination card, or you're not allowed to, or you're gonna have to wear a mask, basically? Is that in writing somewhere?
We sent an email that said where we may ask for, I don't remember the exact words, but
words, if you want to read them, I have the exact words. Masks for vendors are required at the market. This was on May the 27th. This went out. Even when walking around, unless you want to show me your vaccination card, per the CDC guidelines, vendors who have been fully vaccinated will be permitted to remove their masks. If you aren't vaccinated or you choose not to show us your vaccination card, you will be required to wear your mask until the CDC decides to change their guidelines. The farmers market staff will be required to follow all of these guidelines. This will be strictly enforced. If you don't bring a mask, we'll help and give you one. That's basically what you wrote in that email. So you did require, I guess, getting the card?
So that email was sent, yes. We talked about it afterwards, and we said when we were in person, we will not ask. So there was not one time that we asked for a card.
So what happened with Travis? Because he got a warning written up from the marketing manager. What's her name? Heather, right? Heather Rains?
By the way, you're not enforcing this equally. I mean, there are other vendors that are not following the policy. They're not being given written warnings. They're not being told you can't, you've got to do this or you can't come back. And Heather refused to budge. We had no outlet to express the frustration and, more than that, the concern that we had about how this is affecting our market.
Thing that Jordan said, and I want to get your response to this, is that you were basically being a rabble rouser. You were going around to the other vendors and encouraging them to buck the trend with the mask mandate. Did you do that?
No, not at all. We, there are vendors there, I would say fully, from what we can tell, probably a third of the vendors there, we know definitely were in disagreement with the policy like us. We talked with those vendors, we expressed frustration and concern, but we patently did not go around to vendors saying, hey, we need to buck this, we need to, light the torches and let's go march downtown and make our position known. We did none of that. If we ever spoke to a vendor about not wearing masks, these were personal friends that we were talking to and expressing our frustration.
Get inspiration from the Living La Vida Low Carb Show. Hey, thelivingLowCarbShow.com. Woo!